Hi there! I thought it would be interesting if I made a video drawing what I think my mental health issues look like. I thought it would make for an interesting video, and I thought that we could all laugh and it would be quirkily relatable. So let's go. I've always personified my depression as a sleazy used car salesman who lives in my head. He knows all the tricks to convincing me things that I don't want to believe, and metaphorically sells me a lemon all the time. He knows just how to play me emotionally to be able to have me think the worst about myself, and I end up driving away in a stinker, both imaginarily, and I cry in my car a lot. He's the guy that tells me that my friends don't like me, that basically all the things that I think negatively about myself are true. He knows all the tricks of the trade and is not afraid to use them. And he wears really tacky suits in my imagination. My anxiety, to me, feels like there's a bomb strapped to my chest that could go off at any moment, and anything could possibly set it off. I have no way of knowing what could possibly set it off or how to defuse it, and nobody can see the bomb but me, so they don't know whether or not they're going to trip anything, and they have no way of knowing. Yeah, I know anxiety is different for a lot of people, but for me, it kind of feels like something is eventually going to make me blow up, but I have no idea of knowing what or when. Sometimes I'll be in a public place and I'll almost feel like the bomb is metaphorically counting down and no one else can see it, and I just get so stressed out and I just wish that I could physically explode just to get it over with and make it stop. My social anxiety feels like there is a bear trap that is connected to a pin in my mouth that I keep the bear trap open by keeping my mouth shut. And if I open my mouth to talk, the bear trap will close and chomp my face in half. I remember seeing this in a comic on Tumblr that I cannot find to give the artist real credit, but ever since I saw that personification of it, I was like, yes, that is exactly how my social anxiety feels, because I feel like every time I open my mouth, I say something stupid or awkward, and I just regret talking, and it might as well have been like a bear trap closed on my face. I know nowadays it's kind of kitschy to say like, oh, I'm socially awkward, but I think very few people actually know what it's like to be just terrified of talking in public because you know that you're going to say something stupid and embarrass yourself, and you're just convinced that you're just not good enough. OCD, to me, feels like you're on a treadmill and you can't get off, and thoughts just keep looping in your head over and over and over again until you're just so exhausted. But even though you're so exhausted and you just want to pass out mentally, you still can't get off the freaking treadmill of thoughts. I don't have the type of OCD where I, constantly clean, but it's sort of ruminating thoughts that just repeat over and over and over again, and they just can't stop, and it's exhausting. I have a deep-seated phobia of failure, and what that feels like there are two doors, and behind them are both terrible things, and I have no way of knowing what's behind each door. All I know is that they're awful, and I'm trying to weigh the option of what one would be less terrible. The two doors represent either doing something or not doing something, either failing or never trying, and evaluating what is more horrible. Most of the time, I end up standing there paralyzed with indecision, and nothing gets done. I have made more than one video about this, but it's still a massive thing that paralyzes my life and really gets in the way. I also suffer from chronic fatigue, which feels like someone is constantly unplugging your charger for yourself to recharge, and you don't realize it until you're out of battery and you turn around and your charger's unplugged and you're like, son of a bitch! And you're never at 100%. It's awful. So these are just some of my issues and how I see them. Like this video if you liked it, subscribe if that's your thing, and feel free to tell me in the comments about your issues and how you see them.